So you boosted a Balance Druid, or maybe dusted off an old one, jumped into a dungeon, and now you're staring at your action bar thinking, what do any of these buttons even do? Relax, I got you. In this video, I'll break down exactly how to play Balance Druid step by step, so you can stop guessing and start topping meters without needing a degree in WoW theory crafting. First, we'll go over the core concept. Balance Druid is all about harnessing the power of nature and managing two key mechanics. Astral Power, your main resource, built by casting spells like Wrath and Starfire. You spend it on your big finisher, Starsurge for single target and Starfall for multiple enemies. And the second key mechanic is Eclipse. This is a passive effect that Balance Druids get automatically. Here's how it works. If you cast Starfire twice, you enter Solar Eclipse. This boosts your Wrath spells for the next 15 seconds. If you cast Wrath twice, you will enter Lunar Eclipse. This boosts your Starfire spells for 15 seconds. You'll keep bouncing between Solar and Lunar Eclipse based on what spells you choose to cast, and it's crucial to always be in one of those states to maximize your damage. Your overall goal is simple: always be in Eclipse. Don't waste time casting outside of it. Keep your dots up with Moonfire and Sunfire, build Astral Power smartly with Wrath and Starfire, and then you spend that astral power on your most powerful spells. Let's break down the single target rotation step by step. Step 1. Start every fight by casting Moonfire and Sunfire on your target. These aren't just passive sources of steady damage, they also significantly empower your other spells. Your passive mastery, Astral Invocation, makes your arcane spells deal more damage if the target has a Moonfire on it, and your nature spells deal more damage if the target has Sunfire on it. Plus, these damage over time effects also generate additional astral power, helping you get your heavy-hitting spells faster. Always refresh them when they're in their last 30% of the duration. That's called the pandemic window, to keep them up without losing uptime. Step 2. Build Astral Power. In a single target fight, you primarily use Wrath to build Astral Power. Each cast of Wrath gets you closer to your big spells. If you have talents that lets you cast New Moon and cycle into half or full moon, use them. You want to cast them if you will not be overcapping Astral Power, and you can finish the cast before your current eclipse ends. Step 3. Enter an eclipse. When you cast Wrath twice, you'll enter Lunar Eclipse. This boosts your Starfire, so if you're planning on using Starsurge, this is the perfect time. Remember, you're always bouncing between Solar and Lunar Eclipse, so time your spells to always be within one of those windows. Step 4. Spend Astral Power. Your main spender on single target is Starsurge. Cast Starsurge when you have enough Astral Power, especially if you're about to overcap. If you find yourself outside of Eclipse and you're near max Astral Power, spend it. Don't let it go to waste. Step 5. Use your cooldowns. Fury of Elune should be used early to kickstart passive Astral Power gain. This helps during the opening fight. When you're ready for burst damage, use Celestial Alignment or its improved version, Incarnation Chosen of Elune, to boost all your spells. If you have Force of Nature, cast it on cooldown. Its treants grant you 20 astral power instantly. Use the targeting reticle on top of your targets to avoid travel time. Finally, if you have Convoke the Spirits, use it during your burst window. If your cooldowns are coming up soon, try not to delay it too often. AoE fights work similarly, but there are few key changes. Step 1. Cast your dots on all targets. Cast Moonfire and Sunfire on every enemy in the group, refreshing them within the pandemic window. If you talented into Stellar Flare, apply that too. Just be careful not to overcap Astral Power. Step 2. Build Astral Power with Starfire. In AoE situations, use Starfire instead of Wrath. Starfire builds Astral Power while also hitting multiple targets. Sometimes you might cast Wrath twice to enter Lunar Eclipse. This is effective if you plan on spamming Starfall. Step 3. Spend Astral Power on Starfall. Starfall is your spender in AoE, similar to Starsurge in single target. Step 4. Cooldowns in AoE. Celestial Alignment remains your major burst cooldown. Use it to maximize the damage of Starfire and Starfall. Force of Nature and Convoke the Spirits are used in the same way as in single target. Just keep in mind, Convoke the Spirits is primarily a single target cooldown, since it uses a lot of Wrath and Starsurges. You want to have as many mobs afflicted by Moonfire as well, because Wrath or Starsurge can get replaced with Moonfire. One of the trickier parts of playing Balance Druid is knowing when to hold your cooldowns versus using them immediately. Here's the thing, Celestial Alignment or Incarnation boosts all your spells during its duration. You want to spend as much astral power as possible while it's active. Convoke the Spirits should ideally be used during this burst window. Don't delay it too long if your cooldowns are about to come up. Fury of Elune and Force of Nature are more than just damage spells. They generate extra astral power. Use them to ensure you're not wasting potential by overcapping. If you're facing a high priority target or a burst phase in a raid, hold on to your cooldowns until you can stack them together. If the fight is dragging or a new drop of mobs is about to appear, it might be better to use them immediately. The bottom line is, cooldowns should never be used randomly. Each one should have a purpose, either to quickly build astral power to burst down a target, or to ensure you never waste your resource. Timing them together creates a massive damage window. Wrap up here the fundamental principles of playing Balanced Druid. 1. Always be an Eclipse. Make sure you're continuously either in solar or lunar eclipse, so your spells are always empowered. 2. Keep your dots active. Moonfire, Sunfire, and Stellar Flare, if you have it talented, provide a steady stream of damage. 3. Build and spend astral power efficiently. Use Wrath or Starfire to build, and spend with Starsurge or Starfall. Don't let astral power hit its cap. And 4. Use your cooldowns intelligently. You want to make sure you align major cooldowns like Celestial Alignment, Convoke the Spirits, Fury of Elune, and Force of Nature for maximum burst. Balanced Druid might seem a little complicated at first, but once you understand these core principles, it becomes a fluid and satisfying playstyle that rewards smart decision making. If this guide helped you to clear up some of the confusion around Balanced Druid rotations, drop a like and leave a comment on what spec would you like to see next. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button for more straightforward, in-depth WoW guides. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.